The three things white boys care about the most: Mog maxing, baseball, and that First Amendment right. Ah, yes, the First Amendment. The amendment that gives me the right to say whatever, whenever, and however I want to. And nobody can do a thing about it because I'm protected. I can go around disrespecting people, calling people out their names, talking out my neck, and they can't do anything about it because that's my First Amendment right. God, what a... Yo, that's not what the First Amendment is. What? That's not the definition of the First Amendment. What are you talking about? The First Amendment states Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Oh, so it stops the government from doing anything about it, but not individual person? Yes, precisely. Oh, yeah, a lot of y'all be showing that y'all didn't pay attention in history. Or you just do it to prove your point, but regardless, it seems like everybody kind of forgets the second half of what the First Amendment right is, and also why the First Amendment was put in place. The First Amendment was put in place so that the government can't stop you from voicing any opinion you want to. So hypothetically, if you wanted to, you could start a YouTube channel right now saying fuck the government, and the government would have no power to take you down because you're protected by your First Amendment right. However, that doesn't stop an individual viewer and or YouTube from having a problem with it and trying to remove you from the platform. But let's say you're in public. Yes, you can go around in public and say whatever you want, with exceptions, but we'll get to that later. The police can't simply arrest you for going around and having whatever type of rhetoric you want to. You can go around calling some men some bitches, some women some hoes. Hey, you can let it fly. The police technically can't stop you from doing that. However, if somebody were to, I don't know, confront you about it, they also are within rights to do so. Because, that First Amendment right you're dying behind, they also have that. The most interesting thing about this free speech thing is that they kind of forget free speech goes both ways. Like, yeah, you can have whatever opinion you want to on whatever topic, but I don't have to necessarily agree with that opinion. And I also can voice my disagreements on that opinion. Because, I also have free speech under the First Amendment, and that's how free speech works. So no, gang, you cannot use the excuse, it's my First Amendment right, when you say something racist and someone confronts you about it. That's quite literally not how that works. Y'all really be trying to use free speech as a get out of jail free card when you say some dumb shit. And gang, that's genuinely not what it is. Like, for example, you couldn't go into a movie theater and yell, the movie theater's on fire, and it's not actually on fire. You couldn't go to the airport and say, I have a bomb. Like, these are not statements you can just get off because there are exceptions to every rule. And one of those exceptions are anything that can escalate a situation. So yes, if you're any race but black and you go to a black person and you say, hey, you nigga with an ER at the end, you are trying to provoke this person to give you a reaction. And most times out of 10, that reaction is going to be violent. And I can already hear the excuse. Why let a word hold so much power over you? If you don't let the word have meaning, the word won't have meaning. Dur, dur. Or the idiots who say the word in of itself doesn't have meaning. Now, I don't have all day to specifically cite why this word has meaning, whether that is the historical context behind it, the intent on why someone would use the word, or on how the word is specifically targeted to a specific group of people. But I'm just gonna ask, if this word has no meaning, why do you want to say it so bad? Like, genuinely, if the word has no meaning, there's no reasoning for the word, why say it so much? Why are y'all so eager to say it? Oh, because we know it's gonna get a reaction out of you monkeys. That means the word has meaning, dumbass. Because all words have meaning. All words mean something. Every word has a definition. And a point was made by a terrible person the other day when academics cooked up Sneeko, which, by the way, trash versus garbage image. But academics cooked him when he told him, okay, since words don't matter, say fuck Allah. Sneeko tried to move around it saying, why would I say fuck God, a being we all believe in, someone we have faith in, compared to a slur that is outdated, which by the way, the N-word is not outdated. I don't know, maybe I missed this, but the last time I checked, the hard ER has been the same since its inception. It hasn't changed. So no, the slur is not outdated. But to Sneako's original point, I hate to be that guy, but everyone don't believe in God. Now, I'm one of those people. I believe in God. Okay, no, that's not me. But there are people who are atheists, and they will be quick to tell you, fuck God. Hell, they probably even tell you, how can I tell someone that doesn't exist to go fuck off? But you see where that argument kind of falls flat? Yeah, gang, just because the word has no meaning to you does not mean the word doesn't have meaning. Because once those words start having meaning to you, now it's a problem. Like, yeah, it's funny to call this person the F slur and make fun about how happy they are. But if they call you or your mama a bitch, now it's a problem. And to the people who say words have no meaning, I hope you're someone who lets people say whatever the fuck they want to about you. I hope you're someone who lets people say slick shit out of their mouth, let them disrespect you, your family, your friends. Like, I hope you're one of those people. Because words have no meaning, right? Long as things don't get violent, long as people don't get physical, we're good, right? Words don't matter. But for real, if the word has no meaning, stop saying it. Like, I've never seen people so uptight to say a word that apparently has no meaning. Like, that's literally the dumbest point I've ever heard. You are so stupid, you want to use a word that has no meaning? That's low IQ shit, bro. That's animal activity. And you know what? To even double down on the low Q activity shit, y'all genuinely only want to use free speech to get hate speech off. Like, dog, the amount of countries that would die for the ability to say whatever they want to about the bullshit going on to their communities or their country, and we're sitting here using it to be racist? Like, yo, that's actual no brain cell activities, dog. Like, gas is expensive as hell. We're going to war again. We got ICE going rampant. Our president's a pred, and we're worried about calling people the hard ER and telling them to stop chimping out. We have so many red flags right now, and we're trying to use the First Amendment that they came up with for this country for racism. I would say the founding fathers would be upset, but them niggas had slaves. So I don't really think that I don't think that matters to them. Overall, I'm tired of people using the First Amendment right wrong. I'm tired of them trying to use it to say something stupid. I'm tired of them using it to justify their hate speech. Like, dude, it's actively annoying. And what I would advise the racists to do is actually learn the word you're trying to use to defend yourself. Like, maybe don't use half of its definition. You know, them high IQ beings y'all are trying to LARP as? Yeah, how about we start actually being them? Let's start using our high IQ, guys. If you have it, because I don't know, you're showing me you don't. And I cannot wait until Chimp the Builder finds out that all that free speech bullshit is going to take him right to prison. And when the jury ultimately decides whether or not he's guilty or not guilty, I will make a video about it. Whether I'm grittying on his grave or grittying over the justice system. Either way, I'm using my First Amendment right because the government can't stop me. However, you commenter, if you disagree and you want to call me out on it, you can. Because that would be you exercising your First Amendment right. Man, you racists need to go read a book. Get your IQ up instead of chimping around all the time. Much love. Peace.